Hey, I'm Seth Mosley, coming to you from our recording studio in Nashville, Tennessee, and we are here to answer any and all of your questions about the music industry. Everybody wants to know, how do you get songs on the radio? That is the question of the hour, and that's what I'm going to answer today in this video. Well, the first thing I'm going to say is it is very hard to achieve any level of radio success if you are an independent artist. 99.99% chance it is not going to happen. This video is not to bum you out, it's just to give you a dose of reality. But if the indie artist does achieve any level of success, it's largely because there is a grassroots following or a organic relationship between you, the artist, and the program director at the radio station. Really, ultimately, the person who makes decisions as to what songs get on the radio is the program director, or the PD as we call it in the industry. So really, if you're out there trying to build relationships, that's the person that you want to meet, because they're the ones who are programming the music. That said, they get so many submissions. So like anything else, just figure out how to build a friendship with them first, figure out how to serve them, figure out how to build a real organic relationship instead of just approaching them and saying, here's my record, will you play it? One example of a way that has worked really well organically is a friend of mine and an artist that I actually publish named Tommy Iceland. And he started coming to the States from Sweden and made friends with a program director in Dallas at a big radio station. And he became a fan of his music and just started playing it on the station. And so a lot of the times that's really where you have to start. And then once you get a big one on board like that, or even a mid-sized one, then other ones start to take notice. So I just really want you guys to have realistic expectations. Really what I want you to focus on is to start building a fan base, start building an audience, and seeing your songs do well on other platforms first, like streaming, like Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon, places like that, like YouTube. Start playing live shows, start building a real audience that way. So if you start achieving success in any of those three areas, socials, streaming, and touring, then you may consider hiring an independent radio promoter to take your song to the radio. In smaller radio formats like Christian music or, Motown or things like that, you may end up spending $5,000 to $10,000 to maybe even $20,000 on a radio campaign to take your song to radio. If you're in country music, it's going to cost more like $1 million, and pop can be even higher than that. So the last thing that I want to leave you with is to get your song on the radio, it has to sound freaking amazing. It has to sound so good. It has to not only compete with your other friends' bands in your area, but it has to compete with everybody else who's on the radio in your format. So make sure that you have a great sounding production. Now, you may know a friend who is a good producer and who can do a pretty good quality recording. I don't care who does it, just get somebody who can produce amazing sounding stuff, and don't cheap out on this part. You don't have to spend $1 million to do this, but don't spend $50 to do it and expect for it to sound amazing either. One recommendation I have is a company called Bridge House Productions. They do amazing radio-ready quality productions at an affordable price. The link's in the description below if you're interested in finding out about that. Again, go into it with having amazing music, have realistic expectations, have stuff working elsewhere, and then and only then I would decide to start on some kind of a radio campaign. Hey, if this video was helpful for you, be sure to hit that like button, and also if you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, make sure you do so you don't miss out on any of the other awesome videos on popular music industry questions. And if you have additional questions about the music industry, make sure you leave them in a comment below. We would love to answer them. At Full Circle Music, we have a free training class that teaches you exactly what to do if you want a career in the music business. So if you want access to that video, click down here. And for another awesome video about the music industry, click up here.